I am a woman that's very comfortable financially. I'm really happy. I have everything. I don't want his money or anyone else's.
So then why are you coming forward?
Two reasons. One, I don't like to see these other women who had similar experiences called liars and trashed in the media, when I know that I can speak for them. In the second reason, it was that it might encourage others, because I thought, well, these are all new that I didn't know about, and there may be dozens or hundreds of other victims.
71-year-old Christina Rulli says her encounter with comedian Bill Cosby took place in 1965 when she was 22 years old, making hers the earliest known alleged case. She was working as a secretary at a talent agency when she says Cosby invited her and several co-workers to a party at his house.
You get to the party, or the beginning of what you think will be a party, and he prepares a cocktail for you.
Yes, a bourbon and 7. That was sort of the standard thing for me to drink at that time.
You have 2 drinks.
I had 2 drinks that I'm clear about.
And then what happened?
I don't remember a thing. It went blank. When you're in that kind of a foggy state, you don't think of anything but that you had drunk too much. So I must have passed out again, because when I awakened again, I found myself on a bed.
And then what happened?
He was there, he had his shirt off, and I believe he had his pants off. It's pretty groggy. And he had his hand on the back of my head.
She says he then tried to force her to perform oral sex.
And so I lifted my head away. I think it surprised him. I lifted my head away and pulled myself away immediately. And I went into the bathroom and I threw up, and I know I threw up a couple of times. When I finished, I came out and he was gone.
Christina believes it could have been worse, that Cosby could have raped her. A few months after the alleged incident, she says she told her boyfriend at the time what happened.
Did you tell anyone else other than your boyfriend?
I might have, but it's something that sort of maybe how you would tell your boyfriend, but not girlfriends. Things were different. You talked about different things. You didn't talk about date rape with a girlfriend.
Did it ever occur to you to go to the police?
No. He had not injured me. What had he done? He had exposed himself to me, but this was the 60s. And it never occurred to me to go to the police. I just went on with my life.
People are skeptical.
I know.
That Bill Cosby did this to you and to the other women. Bill Cosby was a likable, beloved celebrity back in the 70s, 60s and 70s. So why did he have to resort to drugging women?
I don't think he's very attractive or sexy. I guess that's just my viewpoint. Maybe he is inadequate inside. But I've heard that this was a routine of his all the time. Rape is about power, not sex. Rape is about anger, not sex. And until he had the series I Spy, which was the series that he had then, he was just a comedian. And the power that he found in his hands, he abused.
In 2005, 40 years later, Christina read about another alleged victim, Andrea Constand. She'd filed a lawsuit against Cosby, and Christina wanted to help, becoming one of the 13 Jane Does in the case, which was settled for an undisclosed amount with Ms. Constand.
So you basically volunteered your services and your memory to this other lawsuit, but you did not stand to gain financially from being a part of this lawsuit.
Oh, no. And I didn't need it, and I didn't need the aggravation. But I thought, what's the worst thing that can happen to me? That somebody calls me a liar.
I want to read you a statement from Bill Cosby's attorney. Lawsuits are filed against people in the public eye every day. There has never been a shortage of lawyers willing to represent people with claims against rich, powerful men. So it makes no sense that not one of these new women who've just come forward for the first time now ever asserted a legal claim back at the time they allege they had been sexually assaulted.
Well, lawyers can be hired by rich, powerful men to speak for them when they are silent. That's my answer.
Cosby's attorneys did not provide CNN with a response specific to Christina's claims.
What do you think is going to happen next? Do you think that there's such a din now that's being created by these more than dozen women, yourself included, who've come forward, that he must respond?
I think more will come forward. Whatever you follow here, it doesn't end with me.
Do you think it's time for Bill Cosby to come forward and say something?
I do. I wish he had the courage. I wish he had the alls. Who would want 15 minutes of this kind of, not fame, shame? So I'm here, not that I think I'm this great courageous character person, but to say to the others who have come forward and who I hope will come forward, it takes courage